least.
Hit me up. Cantrick, come back. Oh wait, we're live, okay.
Oh man. Should we
At least we're on the stream.
Should we explain anything on the main menu?
I wouldn't.
Not really. You'll play as the glove in this game, if you don't know.
Yeah, you can just explain it while you're running.
And the file name's dedicated to my boy RyGuy2499. Could not be here today. Really sad. Hope he comes back from the grocery store, etc, etc.
Raga and his cakes.
Okay. Presumably we can start like any time, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
50 seconds is definitely up.
Yeah, I mean we're
Ready when
on.
you
So, I'll give a countdown from 5. So,
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is Glover on Nintendo 64. No B button. This is a speedrun that includes the B button, sadly. But you should watch my world record speedrun in 48 minutes for no B button. It's a good category.
Shoutouts to Practice 16 as well.
Oh, that's even better. So to start off, this guy's Mr. Tip. You're only going to see him like once, or at least talk to him once. You'll see him a bunch in a bunch of levels, but you know. And the main form of movement is L canceling. Whenever I have a ball, I'm going to be mashing L. That changes your stance, and you go really fast. Speedy speed.
Yeah, this game's also strange in that, like, the D-pad, for whatever reason, is just faster on every surface, even on ground, whatever. It must be something to do with, like, the acceleration of, like, the stick, while a D-pad has, like, no acceleration, like, you go instantly.
Yeah.
So when you cancel the D-pad, just faster. And for some reason, they made it faster in water, for whatever reason.
Yeah, so D-pad's what I'm playing with right now. So I'm playing a 3D platformer with D-pad. It's actually not that bad. So the first world's Atlantis. It's a water world. Water's really slow, so I don't want to be in water too much.
Yeah, you can't L-cancel on the wire. It's the main reason why it's so slow.
So, as you can see, L canceling is really wild. Here I'm doing a cutscene skip. If you press C up when you're supposed to have a cutscene play, it doesn't play. You are so right, AC. Gosh.
Lol.
So this level's really straightforward, not too much to commentate about. Actually, here's a little skip. This is not how you're supposed to hit this button. It looks like it's how you're supposed to, but across the water is a little button that drains the little pool. For whatever reason, they forgot to realize, they just didn't realize that using the bowling ball sinks you. So you can hit that button really early. That was not a sentence. Do you want to explain stairs and how good they're?
Oh my god, stairs. Oh my god. It's some freaking BS, because the way bounces work in this game is that when you're bouncing on a surface, if you get like the smallest bounce possible, you somehow get the highest bounce possible, like when you bounce on it. So sometimes when you're on the stairs, if you're like too high up before you start bouncing on the stairs, you just like don't make it up the next step, and it's freaking BS. Just send flying the wrong way. What the hell are you laughing at?
I died.
That's how it is. Freaking Glover hates all kind. Oh, what the?
Okay.
Why
so
did
yeah.
you fall?
I don't know why I fell. I just wanted to.
You just wanted to. Come on.
Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot to explain this trick. This trick's called bounce around. You bounce around. That's the extent of the trick.
Great explanation. No one would have guessed. A+.
Okay.
What the hell, Yoshi?
So here you enter a giant whale because it's fast. And for whatever reason, you end off the world by entering this whale. I guess he brings you to the boss arena. I don't really understand how that works.
Yeah, I guess it's somewhere in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, the ending is somewhere in the sky, but there's no chicken. Oh yeah, we're gonna see a cool trick called Chicken Hover shortly.
Oh, you're gonna love that.
Should I do the good? I'll go for the good one. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh man.
I did the good one like once.
Only for the memes, eh?
Exactly. Oh no! So yeah, the boss is a whale, and on top of that whale is a crab, and on top of that crab's a fish. It's a pretty good boss. So here I'm gonna go for an insta-kill on the crab, and I completely missed it. Oh! And I died. Oh, I didn't die!
Oh man. What?
So yeah, this game doesn't like to work a whole lot, so if I launch in the air, that's kind of expected, to be quite honest.
that, no explanation for that. Just classic Glover.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're finished Atlantis, so I'm going to return my ball to the fountain. Oh, wait, no, you don't do Carnival early in AML.
No, only an 8%, yeah.
Okay, I remember the route. We're all good. We are all good.
Oh, you remember the camera misalignment to help you L-cancel better.
Heck yeah, it's like muscle memory. Like,
It's a nice subtlety.
Yeah, Carnival next. So next
Hell yeah.
world is Carnival. It has a really cool trick called Chicken Hover. If you've never seen a run of this game before, prepare to be amazed.
Oh, you're in for a treat, man. You're gonna have nightmares from his face, I tell you.
That's our future. That is so right. Okay.
In the face of a kill.
So normally you're supposed to do a bunch of like mini games. It's kind of garbage. There's a slot machine, a whack-a-mole, and what's the last one? Pachinko. So normally you have to beat all of those in order to be able to finish the level, but there's a chicken, and chickens can actually fly. Popular to... Or people don't believe they can fly, but they can. I'm struggling with sentences. I just woke up like an hour ago. That's my excuse. Please forgive. Oh man. So yeah, I want to bring him over here and hold my ball in midair, and for whatever reason, the chicken flies. And now this wouldn't be useful, but the way this level ends normally is you enter a rocket after doing all the mini games, and you go straight up. But because they weren't able to like actually program the rocket to be the ending, they just put an ending point way up in the sky, and yeah. Also, I forgot to completely time this. I'm supposed to keep track of how many seconds.
Second? Don't you just count the freaking ball, what do you call it, trajectories or whatever?
I mean, people can do that.
Like,
I use my timer. I usually go at like 42, but I didn't pay attention for a little bit, so...
Oh, just go for 50. There's no way you can miscount by that much.
Yeah, I'm gonna go at 7:22. I'm just scared I'll go so high I'll be over it somehow.
I still prefer my way, the crystal ball strat.
Oh man.
Do you remember what that is?
Where you like go up and then L cancel to it?
It's actually not even L cancel. You float with the crystal, and then as soon as you're at like 17 trajectories, you just press B, and Glover like flies in the air while his ball falls below, and he still hits the end level trigger because only Glover has to hit it. It's not leaving the ball.
Okay. So yeah, I was able to do it.
Nice.
I didn't die. That was like actually pretty scary because it's like a minute time loss. So here's a trick found by my boy Christopher Boodle. It's called A-bounce.
Holy. Oh, yeah, right.
We're not doing... No, we're not doing Boodle.
Yeah, I know we're not in Pirates, so... when I hear Boodle, that's the only thing.
Yeah, he actually found
that's
that
tricks
strat
me insane
too.
if you tapped it. Yeah. Oh, no marble ball? What the hell?
We're just playing around.
My strat's the best.
So here's another use of A-bounce, and I beefed it. So yeah, A-bounce just gives you a slightly higher bounce, and for that reason we were able to L-cancel to the very end. And here, there's a strat that doesn't do this A-bounce, and it's only like a second slower, but this A-bounce looks really cool, so I want to go for it. If I miss it this time, though, I'll do the old strat. I got it. You need to be careful here too, because I can clip really easily. You don't even do Cantric Coaster. Oh man, I remember when people used to go over to that side of Carnival too. Dark days. Oh my god, that's so slow.
Oh, hitting the edges,
terrible.
man.
Glover never went back into his L cancel state, so I wasn't able to L cancel like at all from that bridge.
Yeah, the game sometimes just denies you that stage, just like puts you back into a normal state forcefully. It's weird.
Yeah, here's a really cool trick I found. I'm probably gonna miss it. So you can clip into like any vertical wall by using the bowling ball and aligning yourself. And the button is actually still active out of bounds. I got it, but where's my ball? Oh, there it is! Okay.
Oh, clutch, man.
So that saves like 8 seconds if done optimally. That was not optimally. So I probably
Yeah, if you hit the clown boss while he's in like his little hit hurt animation, he just won't. He'll just go straight to the last animation. You save 8 seconds like that.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, sick level. Oh my god, get on the platform, nice.
So here I'm going to do a trick called ball storage. You'll see it later on also, but if you slap your ball into any loading zone, the ball just kind of disappears because it doesn't want you to soft block. And it'll reappear next time I enter a hub. So I'll be able to L cancel to level 1 in Pirates now. Wow.
Hell yeah. Saves time because you can L cancel it, but also the animation for like entering the level is a bit longer because the ball has to appear. But it still saves time.
Yeah, it's not as much time as we originally believed, but still a bit of time.
Still
Time
a
saves
bit.
always good. This way, right? Yeah.
God, Pirates won.
Okay, so
So
shout
many
out to the
optimizations.
cranky here. This is a trick called Christ Fly. If you bounce your ball underwater with the marble, you just get a really high bounce. So, there. This one I don't need to cut some skip because I'm on a cycle, but you know, I do it anyways, so we can just kind of party down here.
This level in particular is kind of why you need to use the D-pad, because if you use the stick in the water, you just move almost too slow to do a cutscene skip. That's like what I did for a few months without realizing it. So it makes it way too hard.
Yeah, D-pad's just master race.
Just God, man. Just pure God.
Okay, so normally you have to go on top of this lighthouse you see here, but that's kind of slow. So what we're going to do is get over to the ship with L canceling, and we just saved like, I don't even know how much time because nobody ever went to that ship or went on top of the lighthouse. It's always been known you could skip that.
Yeah, hitting the ramp on the ship, I mean, that's like the next optimization. Someone can make that consistent. But probably not. This is a skill-based game, it's not really a strat-based game.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a epic trick called Voodoo Cycle.
Holy hell, please get it.
Yeah. So pretty much this level's all cycle-based, because there's a little elevator at the very end, and ideally you can do this little strat here where you do a bounce right off this little bridge to the elevator. Like that. And you get on the elevator. It
What,
saves
you
like
got it?
20 seconds. Well, I mean I had to do the clip, which is probably new only.
God, Yoshi, man, that trick's way harder than it looks.
Yeah, that trick's really tough. But I'm a beast.
I mean,
so.
yeah, you're just too good. Oh man, the only way I can get that is by getting like the glitched bounce, you know, where you do like a frame perfect hover in the air and then like you bounce on the surface, you just get extra height. That's like the only way I can do that. It's like
Yeah. I'm just kind of good at mashing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even sure how to describe that. It's probably more of an angle-based trick. And
it's definitely my controller, because I can't even, like the B-ball like canceling type stuff you do, I still can't do it, even after how many months I grind this game for. I definitely just need a new controller.
Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably explain that trick. I did a trick called roof bounce. You bounce on the roof, kind of self-explanatory. It skips quite a bit. Here I'm going to go for an early cycle by doing a cutscene skip. Oh, I got it. Cool.
Yeah, again, that roof bounce also benefits from the glitched B hover, or if you do a frame perfect B hover, you can get an extra high bounce, make it easier.
So that brings us to Pirate Boss. So I'm going to try and do it a few times, just winging it, and then I'll set it up if I need to.
Hell yeah, my setup's king.
Heck yeah. It's slightly slower
That's the
than the
second
perfect.
try. Yes, it's as fast as second try, your old way.
Yeah. So
YOLO
it's pretty
style. Yep.
good. So here's a bunch of monkeys, but I don't want to fight them. So what I'm going to do is change my ball into a marble. That's not a marble.
Oh dear.
And bounce into the chest. And this used to be completely, pretty much random. Like, it's not technically random, but it's not very consistent. But recently there was a setup found, or not very recently now, but
It was like summer of last year. But it's so useful because runs used to die here, I imagine, every time. Almost.
yeah, this used to be a huge choke point. This is like the only argument for doing pirates before carnival. I think carnival's still harder. I don't remember exactly. I know it's that general area. I got it.
Nice. Yeah, you're a little too far to the left there.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've done this setting.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so glad for the
My visual cue is always thumb underneath the big circle on the top right, and then you always get in.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind whenever I officially come back to this game. I need to grind a bit for Kings of 64 anyway. I want to try and pull off a sub half an hour run there. Now that'd be pretty epic.
That'd be hype. Hype master.
That was still actually a pretty good pirates though, all things considered. The boss was
Yeah,
like
you
the only
did.
bad part.
Yeah, you didn't fail any major tricks. That's a very good pirates. Honestly, I don't know if pirates or fear is the hardest level in the game, but we'll find out how fear is.
I feel
Fear's
like
probably the most interesting level, though.
yeah, Fear is definitely the most interesting. I feel like I'm more consistent at Pirates by quite a bit. That's why I do Pirates after Carnival. Because, I mean, I could do Pirates first to get, like, the hard shit out of the way, but I feel really confident in my ability.
Yeah, no, it's... I have to do pirates first. There's no way. Voodoo Cycle and Pirates 3, I have so many strategies where I just try to get as many bounces as possible. That's just, it's too tricky. I don't do the slow way at all.
Yeah. So
I gotta change my style, you know. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, why would you want to go slow? Just what am I even thinking? Oh well.
Okay, so yeah, this is Fear. Technically, full name is Fortress of Fear. That's a pretty good name. So right off the bat, there's gonna be a early cycle that I'm gonna attempt. I'm probably gonna miss it. It only says like 6 seconds, and it's kind of tough. I completely missed it. Got it in practice right before the run. I'm so sad now. But pretty much you can bounce over that giant gap, and if you do it right, you'll hit the coffin in such a way that you can make it onto the coffin, or the second coffin. The one I just did.
Yeah, you started bouncing just a tad early for that coffin skip, but you almost had it.
Oh well. Fear is probably the hardest world in the game. I consider it a lot tougher than Pirates. Why? No. Why did I even go for that strat?
Oh god, what strategy
That's
did
like
you do?
not the latest strat, but that's like the latest strat I've implemented. You can do a little bounce off that ramp and hit the beach ball a lot earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's freaking impossible. Not a chance I'm doing that.
Oh well. It's like a good few seconds safe though. It's like 2 at least. It's not too tough, but clearly I'm just not good at the game. So yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling like the higher you are on that slope, I think the bigger bounce you get, especially if you're near the corners, because obviously corners in this game are very glitched to give you the highest bounce.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, beach balls, you can just gain height really easily, which means we can skip that drawbridge. Yeah.
Wow, that's some serious height. Nice beach ball.
That's pretty great. I like that rooftop. I'll cancel. It's a bit slower than the alternative, but it's just so cool looking.
Way cooler. Yeah.
And it's really safe as well, so it's like impossible to mess it up if you do it that way. Which, I mean, I should probably be going for a more safe strat in this stuff. But
Nah, man, do what you're comfortable with. Comfortable strats are better than easy strats, believe me.
that's true. So I missed this.
Because then you'll panic. Oh.
Yeah, panicking over strats you don't know very well. So what I was trying to do there was a room skip. You can clip into the side of the wall just enough to be able to cut that corner and make it. Hello, Brandon Scott Hill. But yeah.
Oh my god, backwards.
Oh no. This is a disaster. Oh yeah, there's Mr. Tip again. For all the Mr. Tip fans. I know he has a bunch of fans. He's my favorite wizard hat. Okay.
Yeah, just the tip, you know? Like every sex joke ever, just the tip.
Oh man, that's a classic joke. No one has to give you enough vote for that one. Oh no, that's not a marble. Oh well. I keep pressing R too close together because I'm used to Ratchet and Clank. In this game you have to slightly space it out. So yeah, that level is pretty self-explanatory. You killed the mummy, or I killed the mummy at the end. You can clip into that door, but you know, whatever.
Nah, the mummy's just always on your face, just usually don't have the time. But
Yeah.
definitely a future strat to look into.
This spear is a disaster, dude.
It's all good. I mean, Spear is the hardest level. Just oh dear,
I
fell off the face of the earth. Okay. No, Yoshi, calm down.
This is a national tragedy, dude. It's over.
Don't let the meme die.
Okay, so yeah, this level is probably the hardest, but not for the reason I've been showing. This part's actually really easy.
Dear.
This is like the easiest part of the level. So,
Yeah, it's all like on cycles, and coffins are usually easy to get on.
the last part is kind of tough, which is why I say it's the hardest, but the beginning is really easy in comparison to everything else I've done so far. Oh well. I mean, my estimate's really generous, so I'm not worrying about that. I can still maybe get Samurai Guy. That'd be kind of tough.
32? Mm.
Yeah.
I'd say you're at like 31 pace right now.
Yeah, I
can
mean,
do it.
but I mean, pre is pretty easy, and space is also pretty easy. I'm willing to just play this safe because I didn't hit the checkpoint.
Damn, good height on the beach ball though.
That was a good start to the beach ball, and everyone else was pretty bad. But whatever. Yeah, this kind
oh
of
my God.
that can really mess you. Normally, what you want to do is L cancel, get a little bounce, and go over that electricity. But that electricity would kill you in one hit if your ball touches it. And since I had a beach ball, I have a really big hitbox, so played it a bit safe.
Yeah, you almost just gave your ball to electricity in one point. That was very scary. Oh my God, Frankenstein! Thank God, not doing the casual way.
Yeah. So if you've actually played this game before, you know this boss is kind of a pain. So what we're gonna do instead is skip it in the best way. So if you hit the same little piece twice before it's at the full bottom, like so, ground pound once, ground pound twice, it will underflow and go all the way to the top. And yeah. I just hit that button and Frankenstein gets on. Or Crankenstein, my bad. Shout out to the Cranky.
First try. Nice job.
Yeah. I mean, that trick's really easy. But I've been messing up all the easy stuff, so. You know.
You used to mess up all the time trying to go too fast. It's like the second freaking black line I use is when I start bouncing the ball to shoot it over.
Probably a good idea.
Like yeah, the second black line before like it's all the way up, I meant, but yeah.
Yeah. I should probably use a visual cue like that. I just kind of do it based off when I believe I'd be able to get a full bounce. But if there's like a visual cue, then I should probably be doing that.
Yeah, you're a more intuitive player than I am. I need like calculating cues just so everything's, I can guarantee it on consistency. It's definitely a style difference more than anything. You don't have to use visual cues.
Visual cues are slow.
Yeah, I guess. Well, not that one in particular, but they can be.
Yeah. Like, the freaking setup for ship clip. Shake my gosh darn head. Oh no! I got hit by the snowball!
Don't pull a Rye guy now. Don't teleport and leave your ball behind.
Yeah, snowballs are really glitchy, and they're really slow. So being hit by a snowball is like worst case scenario, worst timeline, garbage.
What could have actually happened there with the snowball is like someone just gets stuck on the slope and you have to wait like 10 years or something for it to blow up. Yeah. And in that time your ball can like disappear, or you can die and teleport without your ball. It's very... Snowballs are the worst.
Yeah. Now you break some snowballs and you're done. Like, I'm gonna go for the really risky Gear Star. I mean, it's not really risky, but it's the one without the setup. Like, there's no really risky way to do this level unless you do the weird strat at the end.
Oh yeah, the freaking go through wall strat or something?
Yeah. That's like the only way you can make this level kind of tough. But not doing a setup is slightly risky. At least for me, because I never actually did it in my PB attempts.
Oh, I don't think I have a setup for this. I just try not to press L as soon as I hit the ground, otherwise I think that cancels your bounce half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level's fairly straightforward.
Yeah, I guess when
those rocks, those rocks though are one-hit kills, even if they look kind of harmless.
Yeah.
So don't touch those magma rocks. I'd cry very hard if you did.
So there's like, this level is really long usually, and
oh my god, you can go for the god bounce.
The god bounce. I can't anymore. For
it's all luck. Just hit the corner, easy peasy. Oh dear.
Haven't died here forever. Oh well. There you go.
It's all good.
Yeah, that's like a large portion of the level. What I just did. And here's a little cycle. There's a really early cycle you can try and go for, where you get on the elevator before the cutscene, but there's really no point in trying to go for it if I mess it up like that. If you go for it like normally and don't die, it makes sense, because it doesn't really lose time if you miss it, aside from, you know, the 20 seconds of free time save you could get if you got it.
Yeah, it's a risk-free time save attempt, basically.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's actually got it in a run. At least
no, I've only gotten an IL.
Yeah, done a handful of times in IL. It's just way too inconsistent as is.
Yeah, I don't mind inconsistency as long as you don't lose time by going for it. So I'll try when I come back. Oh my god, the best boss. Let's go.
This is Jumpset Rex, the boss. The dinosaur with rock or jetpack and Nikes. To cast sunglasses.
Freaking fat Nikes I face for myself.
And he's also a complete joke, sadly. Just like his appearance.
Hey, it's like the 80s theme almost.
Yeah, this isn't it.
Hell yeah, this is why this was chosen.
Yeah, this game got accepted just for dinosaur dude. Okay.
Hell yeah. Oh, Glover needs his little mean glasses and boots and that should have been a collectible. It would have been sick.
Yeah, like in Sunshine where you can get the glasses after you beat the game.
Oh yeah.
All the shines, but they should have did that in this game. You just talk to Mr. Tip and he's like, yo, here's some glasses.
Whoa, what was that camera though? That was a strange camera.
I pressed the up.
Oh right, so it skipped the cutscene. It didn't. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. So who cares?
Surprising. Alright, final level. Space, here we come.
Yeah. So, the final world is space. And space is pretty cool because it actually has like a really neat gimmick. Because you know, it's space, low gravity, makes perfect sense. Genius.
Simple but intuitive, yeah.
I believe this is the only world that has like a gameplay difference too. Because like the rest are just kind of like levels designed around us.
Yeah, the actual physics are different in space. Yeah, the other levels I don't think have different physics. Unless you count water levels, but yeah. Space is probably the unique level of the physics.
Yeah. So, since there's low gravity, you can do a lot more skips, and all these levels are extremely short because of it. So this first level, normally you have to get like a UFO and activate a rocket or laser shooting a robot. Right, it's a robot, not a rocket. Is this a robot? I don't even know.
I thought you used missiles into the door, you know, and it just blows it up and then you can go through, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's a robot that does that. But that's really slow. So what we do instead is activate the wind and go around the mountain. And it's a Nintendo 64 game, so they didn't really care enough to put a back to the wall. So
yeah, wall hacks for days.
a lot of games do that, and it's actually beneficial here. So.
Well, this level's pretty much free, just don't go slow.
This is pretty much Nintendo's strat too. Oh no, no!
Oh no, I don't want to know what happened. Oh no, you went with acid, didn't you?
Just a bit.
Oh, the ball!
Like, I was playing it so safe too, I did the baby strat, and I still died.
Oh man, yeah, what happened there is sometimes if you go in a straight line, or when you turn, and you're going against your momentum, you sometimes lose your ball, and that's exactly what happened there.
So, yeah, that was not my fault at all, I swear.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when you're looking at freaking walls the whole time.
Yeah. Only issue is the movement's kind of wonky, especially when you can't see yourself at all on levels like that. Most levels you're able to kind of see yourself, but that level you just can't at all because it's a straight line. So
you get a hint based on where the camera's pointing. The camera always points directly at you, so you get a hint a little bit.
So you're not completely blind, but you kind of are.
Ooh, first try, nice.
Yeah, that trick's actually probably the hardest in space. It's not very tough, but you know.
Yeah, it's tough for beginners, but it's good for intermediate guys. You should be able to get it every second, third try.
Yeah. And here I want to go for a glass clip. By glass clip, I mean there's no one. Yeah, I didn't get it. So glass clip's actually an R clip, and you don't see me ever do R clips because it's a frame perfect trick, and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch more to it. I don't really know how it works, but if you press R right when you're about to hit a wall, or when you hit a wall, you clip into the wall. Because it doesn't stop you fast enough.
Yeah. The hard part about it is that you can't do it while standing still. You have to do it while going at full speed or some kind of speed. That's why frame perfect normally could be easy if you're standing still, but not when you're doing this.
Yeah.
So
one trick. Also, are you?
Oh please, don't get squished.
Okay, this happened at Summer Games too.
All the spikes. Wait, you did that didn't go through?
I know.
That counts.
Yeah, normally if you die it counts if the ball hits the foot, but I got the glitch where it didn't. So now my ball's...
The ball's just flying forward.
You know, I could go chase him and make it slightly faster, but...
It's almost faster than Glover.
So welcome to Glover.
Yahoo! Where balls are mysteriously possessed by ghosts, baby.
Oh man.
Ah, whatever, just let it go through.
What a disaster.
Whoa, he just teleported.
The camera stayed still too. Pretty cool.
Nice.
So,
no cutscene skip on your god cart.
Yeah, you can, I got a cutscene skip here once. Skip this cutscene. No idea how. It happened. If I could do it consistently, it would save like half a minute, 40 seconds. Somewhere in that ballpark, but no one's been able to replicate it.
Yeah. I find it hard to believe it's the cart though. I mean, what did you by chance know what version it was? Or is there even a version of Glover carts? I don't even know.
I don't think there's versions. If there is, then I don't know. Because you can skip like the intro, like the very intro cutscene, you know, not the one after, or the one after the like cinematic one, where it was the intro. You can skip when the camera pans to Glover and your game crashes because there's nothing to load after. So I'm pretty sure it was just a bite got mixed up or some garbage.
Yeah, maybe that was the developer's personal copy, I don't know.
So there's this track called Quick Kill. If you alternate his hands, well, you don't need to alternate, but if you're able to get the robot before he goes up, that's what everyone considers a quick kill. Optimally, I would have went left, right. Left, right.
Nice job, Yoshi.
Heck yeah, finish off the round strong, even if everything else was...
Hell yeah.
This should have so easily been like 32 at least. Like, maybe not even Samurai guy, but should have been 32. But, you know, whatever. I'll blame
Still
Chris,
faster
though.
than my first run.
It takes some pride knowing. Oh yeah, time's coming up. And by that I mean times now. So yeah, that's Glover on Nintendo 64.
Yeah, pretty crazy run to be honest.
Yeah, even when it's a train wreck, it's still pretty neat. Oh well. But yeah. Any closing comments? My boy Dark AC Chess.
Closing comments? Yeah, everyone should speedrun this damn game. It's missing some runners.
Yeah, we need more runners. There's a tutorial. If you go to the gloverspeedrun.com page, go to the guides, tutorial. You can learn to play this game fast. And there's also a Discord where we don't really talk a whole lot right now, but if you come in and you have questions, hit us up.
We're very helpful, especially me. If you need me, just message me on Discord and I can like personally walk you through the game if you're having troubles and you want to learn it.
Yeah. Also, that was a really cool cutscene. And I missed the 6 bonus levels, sadly. 6 full bonus levels.
Yeah. Great confidence booster. You beat the game, but you missed 6 bonus levels. You can even access them on easy, but you still missed them.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Big rub in the face there.
Our credits are 12 minutes long, so we probably don't want to watch all of them.
Yeah, believe that. It actually is. It's no exaggeration. Literally, one name, one title for like every 15 seconds, and it lasts forever.
Yeah. 90%'s actually like the same speed, isn't it? Like, almost, if not faster. I don't think 90%'s faster yet, but it's really close to being faster than the credits.
With faster credits? I'd never even noticed that.
Or not fast. No, I'm saying if you do 90%, is 90%'s time shorter than the credits? Is what I'm asking.
Oh,
I don't think so. Not yet.
I don't think so.
I think it's kind of.
I think the credits is 12:30 something.
Okay,
12
so
minutes 30 seconds.
the goal,
So
beat the game.
it could
fast.
be. Oh man.
Okay, but yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
gold
for having
cartwheel
me.
every level.
Thanks for
Yep,
having me.
it was a pleasure talking. Yep, pleasure commentating the run. Hope the viewers enjoyed it.
Gosh bless.
Yeah, peace out.